Have you ever lost a chess game and you don't even know where you went wrong? Well, you probably played one of my students, but in today's video, you'll be learning exactly how to dominate a game from start to finish, the tips that you need to implement, how to actually get full control over a game, guys. Topics like initiative, which are not commonly seen on YouTube. I am Feeder Master Raheem Glaves. These are the tips I use to get where I am today, moving from an average player to now a pro. So with no further ado, let's get into this video. Alright, so what is initiative in general? So initiative is basically when you have full control over the game, or you're basically dictating the pace of what's going to happen. Now in this game, I simply castled my king and my opponent played the move bishop to d6. And believe it or not, he is already cooked. Now for average players, you'd be like, wait, what's happening? But yes, if you look to the left side of the screen, check the bar, it's already 1.0. And this is because average players don't understand what I'm about to teach right now. So really and truly stay tuned for this. I'll be explaining every single thing down to the... Now I played this move pawn to b3. Now the difference between average players and pros is the fact that they know how to cause problems. Now everybody can take out their pieces, castle their king, control the center, quote unquote. But this is what the professionals do. They want to be the person in control. They are the one getting the development done, the center control, and they're trying their best to stop their opponents from doing the same thing. So black is one move away from castling, but that did not happen in this game because I am causing problems for my opponent to solve. I'm like, do you want to take pawn on b3 and activate my rook? Guys, see already he is being faced with problems, choices that they must correctly answer. And he played this move pawn to b5, which, as you see again, the bar is just rolling up into white's favor. And you need to ask yourself, how can I gain the initiative in chess? So average moves are moves like bishop to g5, something that is basically just developing. But in chess, you want every single move to come with a threat when you have the initiative. So if we just do nothing, black is going to castle his king. That's where this move pawn to a4 comes in handy. We're like, all right, how can we put pressure on the black's position? Don't give him a chance to do his own plans. You want your plans while stopping your opponent's ideas. Now, you could even try to find out what is the best move for black in this scenario. For most of the guys who would play the move such as bishop to d7, like what my opponent did in this game, is the exact reason why their rating is not improving. Get the fundamentals straight out. Like if you struggle with fundamental chess, get that out the way first. You need to understand this as quickly as possible. And then we go on to more advanced stuff. So now we have pawn takes b5. So it's like, again, he doesn't really have much. His king is super weak. It's in the center. And I took on b5. So this bishop move didn't really protect the pawn because, again, he's way behind in development. He, again, wasted another move with bishop takes b5. Looking at the bar over here, it's already super crushing for white. I am simply developing with tempo. So we could even ask ourselves, what can I play as white in this scenario? Would I play bishop to g5? Or do I play knight to c3? I'm like combining stuff, guys. I'm like, hey, how can I combine development with attack? These are moves that you guys need to start studying. Knight to c3. My opponent played queen to b6. Just simply adding protection to the bishop. Remember that this bishop can't move anywhere because that pawn would have been, again, cooked. Plus, this diagonal would have been opened up extremely quickly. So queen to b6. We now have knight takes, queen takes. Black is ready to castle, guys. What do we need to do? We need a move that doesn't allow him to make his own plans. Pawn takes c4. Queen takes c4. Another attacking move. If you watch my other videos, you'll know what I keep saying a lot with moves in this area. Knight to e5. We need tempo moves, guys. The mindset that you need to have in chess is aggressive. You want to be putting pressure on your opponent. Force them to make decisions, and that's how you get the blunders. He went queen to c7. Look at this. I'm like, all right, I need to play active. My knight is in. Bishop is putting pressure. What? My queen? Get into the game, guys. Knight blocks. Now we complete development. Now look at this. I could have played it from all the way back here, but we need to start dictating the pace of the game, guys. So remember, every single move is supposed to come with a threat once you understand the initiative. You can do pawn sacrifices for this. Anything that you guys need. But here, we're going to also explain why material is not 100% important when it comes down to chess. The number one rule is activity. It's not the amount of pieces you have. It's the amount of active pieces. Black basically committed suicide and captured my knight here. Quote unquote winning a pawn, and he paid the price. We guys know how to convert. We look for our forcing moves. So any captures, any checks, any threats, and I came up with this move. Bishop takes f6. And remember, black has still not castled. Cause problems for your opponents to solve and crash through. Alright, this area of the board, guys. What move do you think I played? What move can we play to actually create a threat? I'm not here worrying about putting my rook on and fight. I am just crashing through, creating constant threats. Bishop takes d5, attacking the rook. Rook defends the knight. Now, we could have a little quiz here. Black is preparing to castle. What move can you do to put pressure on the black's position to stop him from castling? If you came up with rook to d1, that's a bad move. We need pressure, guys. Pieces putting pressure. Bishop keeping an eye out on the knight. If he castles, he would lose it. So he played this move, queen to e6. And we need even more pressure, guys. What moves do we play? Rook to d1. It doesn't really matter which rook. For lower rated viewers, you know, keep it as principled as possible. Never complicate a game too much if you can make it easy when converting. Now, another quiz. He just played king to e7 as castling would have lost a piece. He has just lost his castling rights. How can we bring this rook into the game? How can we punish the king from stepping to e7? Also, a nice quote that I like to have is that you need like one of your pieces on the same color square as the king, especially the queen. Queen to b4. If he steps back, then we see what's happening. I'm doubling up on that d file, and that is GG. We're looking to bring all the pieces, and this is also the reason why I'm telling you guys that active material is much different from just having pieces lying down on the board. This rook to me doesn't exist. If it was playing, it could participate in the defense. The fact that it is all the way over here, it's just existing, guys. It's on vacation. So he didn't go king to e8. He just played on for like some dignity. I don't know why. King f6, rook to d6, pinning the queen. And the final thing that you guys are going to be taking down is the fact that the first move that comes to your mind, don't practice to play it all the time. You don't level up in chess by always playing the first moves. That's your intuition. You need to be focusing mostly on calculation. Force yourself to see more over and over again, and in due time, again, that just like skyrockets your rating. So king to g6. I'm still looking to take on e6, but that's not the first move that comes to my mind. I'm like, oh, sorry, that's not the, all right, it's the first move that came to my mind, but you look for better. See a good move, look for a better one. So I played bishop to e4. He played f5 only move. And then I took on e6, which is forking again the king and the rook. When he takes, bad stuff's happening, guys. So this is how the game concluded, and I hope you guys took something away from this. Remember to subscribe and like for more videos like this. But initiative, super important. It will help you to dominate a lot of games. And thank you guys for watching.